Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Colts Cast. We're here to talk about anything and everything Indianapolis Colts. I am your host, Jamal Lawrence, coming at you today on this Sunday afternoon. Looks like right now the Pacers are still beating the Knicks. Looks like they're up 112-99 with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Maybe they're making their way onto the Eastern Conference Championship. We shall see. But we're going to get into our business here, talking about Colts for you today. Got a fun one here, talking about a player that we all know and love, one that we've seen do some great things over the years for us, but we've seen also a little bit of some issues here over the past year or two, and it's caused some concern for some people. So we'll get into it and we'll talk about it for a few minutes. We're gonna be doing solo here today. Eric's out on, I don't know, doing whatever he does. But more importantly than that, I just want to go ahead and ask everybody to hit that like and subscribe button. Let us know you are here. Drop a comment below. Tell me what you think about what we're going to talk about today. Merch up here for you now so you can see, and I'll make sure we put the link in the description as well as on our pinned comment on YouTube, so go check that out. Had some requests for a blue shirt and a black shirt, so we got that added in there as well as a hoodie and some other fun stuff. So be sure to go ahead and check out the merch store right there. Got mine on the way now. Eric already has his in his possession and they do look clean. But let's go ahead and jump into it, guys and gals. Again, like I mentioned, today we're going to be talking about Jonathan Taylor, and basically what some of his expectations are now that we have a different team going into 2024, year two for Shane Steichen, year two for Anthony Richardson. Let's talk about it for a couple minutes. So I think that most people would say, as well as JT, you know, he hadn't had the seasons that he wanted to this past last year, or the year before that. Couple reasons why that happened. I think the coaching staff maybe feel that, of course, that we could step up. He could step up and have a better season as well. So what does that mean for him this year? I want to ask you, what does that mean for you this year? We can only expect to see him get better, right? We should only expect to see a faster, more explosive, hungry Jonathan Taylor that we've seen in the past, right? And I think we will see that. I don't think too much has actually changed from what we've seen in the past to what we are, from 2020 to 2021 up until what we saw in 2022 and 2023. And we'll break it down here in a minute. But like I said, for what it's worth, in my opinion, less some off the field things that went on. I honestly, it's hard to say that he's changed too much. That 2021 year was an anomaly. Let's run through the stats real quick. Why not? While we're here, so 2020, he had 1,169 rushing yards, averaging 5 yards a carry. Came out with 11 touchdowns. 2021, of course, we all know this year, 1,811 yards, 5.5 yards per carry, 18 touchdowns, dominating across the field. 2022, we saw this 861 rushing yards, 4.5 average yards per carry, and then 4 touchdowns. But let's be clear, we all know what happened in 2022. That was a year that we all would like to forget. There was so many negative things going on within the organization in 2022, from coaching to players to injuries and so on. It's hard to be pressed on what happened for them during that time, or I should say for him, because it was a team effort of everything that was going on then. Then we jump down to 2023, 741 rushing yards, averaging 4.4 yards per carry, 7 touchdowns. Of course, he missed the first 4 games due to injury reserve and those contract disputes, which they finally got worked out. He was on the pitch count when he first came back in. So the first couple of weeks he was there, he was on a pretty tight pitch count. And then, of course, we know he tore that ligament in his right thumb in week 12 and didn't return back until week 15, I believe. Now, I say all this to tell you that I'm not making excuses. But like I just mentioned, there was a ton going on in 2022, 2023, hindrance across the team and him in his personal life that didn't play in his favor. So even with that, he still averaged on his worst season, which was 20 worse. I put that in big quotes for you. His worst season in 2023, still averaged 4.4 yards per carry. Still, he didn't touch the ball a whole lot at some points in the game. There were times in 2022 and 2023 we saw where JT, what they were running the ball, we're hammering the ball, and all of a sudden we just kind of abandoned it. We go to the pass game, especially in 2023. We saw that when their games were trying to play catch up, we abandoned the run game, so we had to just pass the ball. So I continue to blabber on about this. Like I said, to tell you that these averages he's still getting half a yard. Now, don't get me wrong, half a yard is a half a yard. Would we like to see him hitting that 5 yards per carry? Yes. Would we like to see him hitting that 5.5 yards per carry? Absolutely, yes. But are you truly mad with a 4.5 yard per carry or 4.4 yards per carry? I'm not. I'm not. We can do the math. If he runs the ball 3 times, and of course this is hypothetical, but if he runs the ball 3 times, that's a first down every time he touched the ball on paper. 4, 8, 12. It'd actually be more than that because 4.4. So I am not upset with the 4.4 yards per carry. Would I like to see some more production out of him? Absolutely. But it also means that there are going to be times where he has to get the ball. We had all these things going on the quarterback side of with the quarterback room last year, where we had Minshew playing a ton. We had injuries all across the board on the offensive side of the ball. So there are a lot of different things that went on. Again, I'm not making any excuses, but I think with Steichen in the building, with our newfound offense that we have in year two, and now that things are shaking out a little bit more, and of course we're going in with the healthy Richardson, we're going in with the healthy MPJ and a paid MPJ, as well as a healthy um, Taylor and a paid Taylor. I think we're going to see a little more excitement, even out of the backfield with the running back. We look at the RPO game. We saw some flashes of that last year, even with Minshew back there. We know it can be lethal. Quarter or our wide receiver room just got stronger. So now we may not have people stacking the box as much. I don't know. I mean, well, of course, we don't know right now. They're going to be plays where they stack the box, but the plays where the box empties out a little bit. Now we have Richardson with JT back there. JT can shake anybody back there. We've seen it. The patience he has at the start of the line from the first level. Then he gets up to the second level. It's on. Then he's gonna shake any defender that's around him, so, or he can just blow by him. So I think that we have a lot of promising things to come when we think about JT being on the field with a healthy wide receiver core, a healthy quarterback room, and a healthy, happy JT. I think that his role continues to explode, and he has another 1,000 yard season without question. And I'm sure he can easily get another 10 touchdowns in there. Like I said, do we want to see him go back to that 2021 1,800 yards, JT? Absolutely. Do I think that's the most realistic thing with the weapons we have now in our system? No, I don't think that's the most realistic. But I do think remnants of that 2020 season of 1,169 yards, 11 touchdowns, and getting 5 yards per carry is 100% realistic of what we're seeing from him. Not to mention he can still catch the ball and get some yards for us as well. Now, is he a back that's going to catch every single thing and have 700 yards receiving as well? No, but he's good for a good 200-300 yards, picking up a couple extra touchdowns for us as well. So I fully expect Steichen to let the wheels loose on JT. Let him do what he has to do and take over. Take over from the running back game. Take over for the offense for us. We have so many weapons, but it's time to see a JT site, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get a chance to see it here coming soon. Drop your comments below and tell me what you think about that. If you feel that, maybe JT hasn't performed and you think that he's missed a step, because there's some people who are saying he's lost a step. I'm not one of those people. I'm not going to sit there and say it because, again, the numbers don't lie. I mean, were there games where you were questioning what was going on? Absolutely. But we're only losing, half a yard per carry. I'm not terribly concerned about that, given the circumstances that were going on for everybody on the Colts field. So I'm not worried about it. But drop your comments below. Tell me what you feel about it. And again, I appreciate you guys listening today. If you haven't, go check out the merch. If you haven't, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. We're making up with 2,000 subs. We're getting quite there. So we appreciate all y'all stepping in and watching and listening to us every single time we drop an episode. Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you listen, we're on all platforms. Y'all take care. Have a great Sunday and enjoy it.